funny to hear how much we were disliked at the time. And, you know, after the whole big, you know, King School versus the children and things like that, after that all boiled down, it actually resulted in a language barrier. That's what they said. But it was just clearly racism, you know, and that was obvious to everybody. Even the judge, even the teachers, even the students and the parents, they just didn't want to admit to it, you know. And I would have liked to see what had happened if it would have came out the other way. It would have been real interesting.
Yeah, there are two other little pieces about the school, and then probably we should probably talk about the court case.
Mm-hmm.
But the school was built, you know, in this Kumbaya period, Martin Luther King Jr. Elementary School, and they had a little cutouts of little black children and Martin Luther King leading them into this school. Very ironic. And at the time we knew Gabe Kamowitz, who was the chief attorney for the Michigan Legal Services office in Detroit, was looking for a civil rights case. What he really wanted to do was an economic discrimination case. And that's what he was searching for. And so the initial filings had a long list of complaints, including economic discrimination. I've mostly forgotten. But black English was, discrimination on the basis of language was thrown in by a student attorney, I believe, at Michigan Legal Services, patterning after the Lau decision in California, which claimed discrimination on the basis of language with the Chinese children. So, as I said, I told you before, one of the things, we did have meetings before they filed, just talking to all the family, and again, the one remark that just stays with me was Cal Davis at 8, when Gabe asked, you know, do they ever tell you can't do anything? Said no, they don't say that. They say, when you say, can I be in a different reading group? They say, you'd be happier where you are. She was 8. So, anyway, the case is filed, again, with a long list of complaints. And the judge is Charles Joyner, who, again, was a liberal Republican from Ann Arbor. And we went to the preliminary hearing, we brought all the kids in, we told them we would kill them if they didn't behave. And they didn't, they were wonderful. And a lot of people went on and were interviewed by Judge Joyner, including some of the kids. And he stumbled on the black English and said, but these children sound like my grandchildren. And, you know, what is this doing in there? However, I think he didn't say, and I'll never know, but I attribute to him the thought that, but these children can't read. And so he threw out all of the other kind of aspersions about discrimination and inequality and all these other charges, and left in this crazy, it's because they speak a language that isn't translatable somehow. And because it was so far out, I think he again, this is me attributing thoughts to somebody I've never spoken to personally in my life, that this was, you know, they sound like my grandchildren, but these children can't read. I'm gonna give them a day in court.